Welcome back to Coach Factory. I'm Kathy, and yesterday I posted a video about 10 things that every website should have if you're a coach, and we went through some example websites. If you haven't seen that video, there's a link down below, but I wanted to give you a short hack. Not that your site's going to get hacked, but this is something that will help you better communicate with your coaching clients. And of course, people are on social media and you post something and it's engaging and people want to learn more. So they show up on your site, they look around, and then they're like, okay, well, let me go a little deeper. Let me get on this email list and see what this person's all about. Wouldn't it be great to know what piece of content on your site was the inspiration to get on your list? Now, this is super helpful if you have content in a lot of different niches. Like my site's all over the place. I have kept all of my blog posts up from the past 13 years. Some of them are about spirituality, some of them about living in Mount Shasta, some are just like thought pieces on how to live a better life, but all of them encapsulate my expertise and things that I coach in. So I need to know what people are interested in. Are they coming in because they saw some security content? Are they coming in because of something I wrote 10 years ago about consciousness? I need to know this stuff. So I had to do this on my site in order to have better connections with my clients. But it's useful for anyone. It's useful for any business to know what piece of content was the impetus for someone to give away their email address and get more information from you. So this is what I've done. And I'd love to do a screen share on this and show you actually the technology that I used in order to do this. But I know everybody's using different email service providers. There's WordPress, there's Squarespace, and I want to give you this general guidance. And if you need help figuring out like how it works in your specific technology, you can book me for a 30-minute session and we'll figure it out. That's just completely free. But there's something in HTML forms, and HTML is the language that kind of runs the internet. Every website uses it no matter what content management system you're using. In HTML forms, there's something called a hidden field. And hidden fields are things that are sent to your email service provider, to your WordPress database. They're things that are being stored and sent behind the scenes. It's not like you have to ask your client or your prospect what's going on. It's something that you can track. And it's super helpful to know what page someone is on. You probably have many different pages on your site. If you're blogging, you probably have tons of blog posts about everything in your niche. Wouldn't it be great to know if you're a fitness coach, if you wrote an article about creatine, that someone came to you from that article versus, how to lose the weight after a vacation? These types of things are so helpful to know because you can tailor the conversation, and not just like a discovery call conversation, but the email follow-up conversation, even the sequence of emails that you send someone based upon what they were interested in on your site. So here's how you do it. You have to be able to at least tell your email service provider what page the form is on. I would put your email subscription form on every page of your site. And you can do that in a variety of ways depending on your content management system. With WordPress, you can use things in themes. Sometimes they're called elements, and you can just have one form that will be able to tell what page it's being placed on, and it sends it to your email service provider. So many different ways of doing it, but I recommend putting it in your footer. Every single page has your email subscription form, but it is unique in that it is sending what page that footer is actually being displayed on. When you have this information, it changes the entire coaching relationship because you know where you're starting from. Now, granted, somebody might come in from that creatine article and they're really interested in maybe doing a fitness competition, and creatine was just the interesting thing that got them to your site. But this data just gives you so much insight in what's working for you. It's kind of like Google Analytics, if you have that on your site, or Fathom Analytics, any kind of tracker that tells you, generally speaking, these pages are working really well for you, and you should create more content about those specific topics, maybe dive in a little bit deeper. But when you actually get a conversion, you actually get someone on your list. First of all, you inform yourself in terms of your content that this is the type of content that is getting people on my list, getting people to engage with me, getting people to want to learn more about this topic from me, and it informs your content marketing. Second, it informs what emails get sent out. You can actually tag someone in your email service provider that they came in on page A, and then that starts sequence A, or if it's page B, sequence B. Or maybe you have a group of pages that are tagged in your email service provider as, niche A versus niche B, and they inform what that follow-up and that sequence looks like. This is how you sell. You don't sell basically, okay, come and buy my service. You sell based on who the person is, what it is that they're trying to solve, what their needs, what their aspirations are. It's the only way that you can sell. And so many coaches wait until they get to that discovery call before they learn any of this information. Wouldn't it be great to jump on a discovery call and not even have to ask your client things that they're interested in, just being able to tell what they're doing on your site, how they came in, how they converted. So this is just one of the hacks that I use on my site and with other coaches that I consult with. We do this. We put that email subscription form on every page possible, and then we track it and we see what's working. Because if somebody's giving you their email address, they are inviting you into their email inbox. And when they're doing that, they're basically giving you permission to go personal. But how do you go personal if it's just a generic email and you're not even collecting their first name? You know nothing about this person. How do you go personal if you don't have that insight into who that person is and how they want to engage with you? So I hope this short discussion kind of gave you something to think about in terms of what you're doing on your website, how clients are coming to you, and what they're looking for, and how you can personalize that conversation. Because everybody's looking for more personalization. And I have another follow-up video coming tomorrow where we're going to go through another idea, something that I saw on some of those coaching websites. And I think it's something I need to implement as well. So I want to share that with you. So if that sounds interesting, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon. You'll get notified when that video is live. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.